And new at 10 tonight, in just the last few weeks, First Alert 4 has reported on several deadly shootings across the St. Louis area, including 4 shootings in a single night. A 7-month-old killed in Baden and 2 men killed on a Metro bus in North St. Louis County. In response to this string of gun violence, community leaders are trying to prevent the next shooting by putting free gun locks in people's hands at 40 different locations. First Alert 4's Casey Zanowick takes us to the Grill to Glory initiative, a new safety push community leaders hope will save lives.
Every church do it every Saturday in every neighborhood.
That's the mission of the Grill to Glory movement.
It's a very simple ask. Churches from 11 o'clock to 1 o'clock set up the grill and watch what happens. And when you do it consistently, the neighborhood residents will beat a path to your church front door. And that's exactly what's happening.
James Clark is with the Urban League of Metropolitan St. Louis. He says the goal is to create an anchor for those in the community.
What message would that send to the young people? What message would that send to the drug dealers? What message would that send to those who are out there trying to find their way?
Now, more than 300 churches are firing up their grills, handing out hot dogs, and creating those conversations. But today also had another important focus: preventing gun violence.
Most firearm suicides and unintentional shooting deaths that involve children and teens happen in the home and involve a gun that wasn't secured.
40 St. Louis churches were also handing out free gun locks to anyone who asked for one, no questions asked. It's part of the Urban League's emergency distribution campaign, a direct response to the wave of local youth violence that has hit St. Louis in recent weeks.
We have seen time and time again how people have been injured, children have been murdered, shot because the gun was not safely stored.
The hope with both initiatives: to create a stronger and safer community.
Complementing policy and other interventions and community level efforts, it really takes multiple strategies to most effectively prevent gun violence.
We believe that it'll change St. Louis and it'll spread and it'll change America at a time where we're searching for solutions.
In St. Louis, Casey Zanowick, First Alert 4.